I like to warm up with wrist circles. So our hands are facing forward, about shoulder width apart. We're gonna go stretch in circles like this. Lean forward just enough so it feels a bit uncomfortable, but you don't want it to hurt. You don't want to injure your wrists. Stretching the opposite side like this really helps to warm up your wrists, especially for handstands. Now turn our wrists slightly out to the sides. Now, the one-arm croc requires a good amount of strength. You're not just resting there, you're not just chilling, you're actively flexing your muscles and using the strength in your arms and in your hands to help balance you and to help hold your body on top of your arm. So it's going to go a long way to do push-ups. If you don't already do a lot of push-ups, get used to doing push-ups. Fall in love with push-ups. Because you are going to use that strength. All right, so we've done some push-ups. We've stretched our wrists really well. And it's always a good idea to use a band or a stick. Use something to help stretch your shoulders. You know that. Really wanted to focus on the main points here. Warm up the wrists, get some strength. And then the next tip, number 2, is the arm placement, the hand placement. So this is how I get into it. Some people can have their hands facing forward, completely forward, and get into it. I can do that, but it feels a little too stressful on my hands. So I like to rotate my hands slightly outwards. And you'll notice a lot of people doing this. It's a little less uncomfortable it's still gonna suck. The whole time you're holding it, it's not comfortable. You're putting in work. But this makes it suck a little less. So hands slightly outwards. Now if you just step to the side like this, you can sort of just basically fall on your arm. See that? So we're in a push-up position, plank position. Just walk out to the side. One foot is lined directly with your arm, and the other foot is, you're just holding a straddle position, so it's slightly wide open. This is going to help you balance. It's easier to do it in a straddle position than with your legs together at first. So one leg straight, one leg parallel. So just practice getting into like this. And this little push-up is a good exercise too. Okay, all right. So we've got that feeling good. The reason I'm using this board right here is because this ground is kind of sharp. It's sort of jagged on my hands. So I like the feel of this. We did the wrist stretch. We went over hand placement and how to get into the croc. This is what you're going to do next. This is what you're going to want to do next. You've come here, right? Now let's just practice lifting one leg up at a time. Alternate legs. you're going to have to lean forward a good amount. And this is where you're going to have to experiment and start finding your balance. So alternate leg raises while you're leaning forward, and you're sort of finding your balance, and you're building your strength and your structure. Great. From there, we're going to raise both legs up at the same time. So, and this is where you're really going to discover that you're going to have to lean forward quite a bit. And you're probably going to fall over a few times. You're probably going to go like this, over and over and over again. So legs are still in straddle position, and then you want to lift both legs. There you go. So you're leaning forward, you're lowering yourself, and then you're lifting. And this arm, the arm that's in your side, which by the way for me is like right here. It's sort of between your belly button and your hip, just like this. And that may move, that may change. You might go like a little bit more onto your side. And you may get slippery from the sweat. This is not ideal. So we're getting used to raising both legs now, right? Bring this arm out further if you need to, if you need more support. Okay. That's starting to feel more like a one-arm croc. Getting both legs up, and you're using a lot of strength here. We're flexing really hard in this arm, and we're using our hand to move in different directions to keep us balanced. Our hand is not just relaxed. Just like when we handstand, our hand is never just relaxed. My hands are always engaged the whole time. You can also start learning this one right here. If you have a handstand down, you go to straddle. Now you see how I tapped right here? That's the next step. Once you start getting comfortable with raising both legs, you want to start getting this arm out further and further. We're going to slide it out. So, positioning. Both legs up. Just walk this hand out. So, let's do it again. Position, boom. Again, it's right between my belly button and my hip. Lean forward. I'm flexing hard here. I'm flexing really hard. Hand starts coming forward, lock it out. Walk it out. You starting to fall? It's okay. Flex. If you start falling back like this, you're falling back like this, it's because you need to flex harder in your arm and dig it in. Actively move it. It's doing a lot of work. That's where those push-ups, that's where that push-up strength comes in. So, proper wrist stretch, push-up strength. Positioning. Exercise number 1, single leg lifts. Exercise number 2. Both legs lift at the same time. Exercise number 3, start getting this hand out further and further. And then you want to start holding it there until you build that strength. And you can get around 10 seconds each side. And then you're just going to start tapping, kind of releasing off the ground gradually. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. That was a workout on its own. And I haven't even started training yet. I still got to train handstands, and then I'm gonna work out. Bonus guys. You put the ankle weights on, and then do the leg lifts. It's gonna help you build a lot more strength in your arm. If you have ankle weights, you can do the leg lifts with that. The blocks, some people find it easier to do on the blocks because, one, you can use your hand strength a little more. The way that your thumbs wrap around the edge, you have a little more control in the side-to-side movement. See? It was much easier to save it on the blocks than on the ground because your grip strength is stronger. And another reason why it's slightly easier on the blocks is because you have a little more room for your legs to dip down a little bit. Sort of cheating, but it's a great way to help build the strength and balance. And it's just a fun, different variation. It gets boring just doing it on the same surface every time. So I love the blocks and I love the flat ground. Those are my tips on how to do the one-arm croc. Keep lifting yourself.